Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game two of this four-game series between the Reds and the Rockies. Leading off for Cincinnati, playing second is Phillips. Batting second, playing right field is Griffey. Batting third, playing center field is Davis. Batting fourth, playing left field is Foster. Batting fifth, doing the catching is Bench. Batting sixth, playing third base is Suarez. Batting seventh, playing first base is Perez. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Concepcion. Batting ninth and doing the pitching is Johnny Cueto. And now for the hometown Colorado Rockies, leading off playing second is LeMahieu. Batting second, playing left field is Holiday. Batting third, playing first base is Hilton. Batting fifth, playing right field is Walker. Batting fifth, playing center field is Gonzalez. Batting sixth, playing third base is Atkins. Batting seventh, playing shortstop is Story. Batting eighth, doing the catching is Iannetta. And batting ninth, doing the pitching is DeLaRosa. Let's get down here to Colorado and get this game started. And Greg joins us here today. Give me 1 second here. Yeah, Larry Walker's something, ain't he? I agree. And I'll lead it off here for the Reds is Brandon Phelps. And he's batting .300 on the year with no homers and no RBIs. And DeLaRosa, this is his third appearance. He's 1-1 with a 6 ERA. And here's the pitch to Brandon. And that's going to be a ground ball down the third. And that'll be out number one. And Griffey's up now. Ken's batting .263, 2 homers and 6 RBI. And that's going to be against the lefty, an 11. And that's going to be a ground ball again down the third. 2 ground balls to third, 2 quick outs. And Eric Davis comes to the plate now. And he's batting .250 with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a comebacker. DeLaRosa fires over to first. 1, 2, 3 goes the Reds in the top of the first. Reds nothing. Rockies coming to the plate. LeMahieu, Holiday, and Hilton do up. DJ batting .261 with 3 homers and 3 RBIs. And here's Johnny Cueto with his third appearance of the year. 0-1 with a 5.14 ERA. Pitch to DJ. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Johnny strikes him out for out number 1. And Matt Holiday comes to the plate. Batting .318 with 2 homers and 6 RBIs. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. He goes the other way. Griffey gets to it, holds him to a single. Runner down at first for Todd Hilton. And Todd, he's batting .222. He's got no homers and no RBIs. Here's the pitch to Todd. And that's going to be a tailor-made double play. Hit down to Concepcion, over to Brandon, over to Perez. 6-4-3 double play gets them out of the inning. We go to the top of the second. It's nothing. You got Foster, Bench, and Suarez due up here. George is batting .158 with no homers and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. George strikes out for out number 1. See, Colorado's got 2 more games here against Cincinnati. Then the Dodgers come to town for 2 games. And then the Braves show up. And Johnny is pitching to Johnny. And that's Johnny Bench with a .256 batting average with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 22 and a 36. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. Todd's down there. 42 and a 4. That'll be fielding column 1. That's a nice play by Todd. Dives, makes the stop, gets up, fires over to DeLaRosa for out number 2. So Johnny now is out, and Suarez comes to the plate. He's batting $125 with a homer and 1 RBI. And that is going to be a base on balls, a 2-out walk. Gets a go-ahead run on the down at first for Tony Perez. Perez batting 182 with 2 homers and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 15 and a 9. That's going to be an infield hit. Tony Perez gets aboard here with a base hit. And all of a sudden, with 2 outs, the Reds are making some noise here. First and second, and Davey Concepcion's up. Can he deliver here with runners at first and second? Davey's batting .263 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be against a 6 and a 10. And that's going to be a single. That's going to be a Baltimore chomp, and that's going to load the bases, folks. Little Baltimore chomper. Bases are full. Can Johnny help his own cause? Johnny Cueto comes to the plate with the Reds everywhere. Suarez at third, Perez at second, Davey at first, and Johnny at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch to Johnny, and that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. DeLaRosa's got it, throws over the first, and the Reds leave the bases loaded, folks. And it's still nothing as we go to the bottom of the second. Boy, big opportunity wasted there. Now you got Walker, Gonzalez, and Atkins due up. And Larry's batting .316 with 3 homers and 5 RBIs. And that's going to be against a righty, a 16 and a 10. And that's going to be a pop-up down the second. Brandon calls for it near the mound, makes the catch for out number 1. And Carlos Gonzalez comes up, batting .227 on the year with a homer and 8 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Davey. He fires over to first to Perez for out number 2. And Garrett Atkins comes up, batting $167 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that is a 1-2-3 second. To the top of the third we go, no score. Top of the order due up here for the Reds. Phelps, Griffey, Davis. Brandon grounded out. He's 0 for 1. That's another ground ball. This one down the short. Troy's got it. And he fires over to first for out number 1. And Ken's up now. Griffey's 0 for 1. He grounded out to third his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. The Reds get another base runner here. With Eric Davis at the plate. Go ahead runs at first. Davis grounded out to the pitcher's first time up. 0 for 1. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Eric strikes out for out number 2. It's up to George to deliver here. Ken's got great speed down there. Let's see. He's going to take off, I think, try to get in scoring position here. 29. That'll be a 55 or lower. And he's barely in there as the tag gets applied. And DJ swears he tagged him out. The ump says no. George is down at second. Griffey's down at second with a stolen base. And now you got a runner in scoring position for George. Here's the pitch. He struck out his first time up. That's going to be a lazy fly ball out the holiday for out number 3. Griffey gets stranded at second. It's still nothing. And Trevor's due up now, Story, followed by CINCINNATI and then DeLaRosa, the bottom third of the order due up here for the Rockies. And Story is batting 200 with a homer and 3 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Brandon at second. Over to Tony for out number 1. And Chris CINCINNATI is batting 222 with no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Johnny's third strikeout of the game. 2 down now. And Jorge's up. DeLaRosa looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 4. And that's going to be a back-to-back strikeouts. Nope, sorry, that's just going to be a ground ball down the second. And Brandon's got it for out number 3. And to the top of the 4th we go. And we got bench, Suarez and Perez. Johnny grounded out his first time up, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a comebacker back to the mound again when the first one was down to first. And that'll be out number 1. And Suarez is up. And he walked his first time up. And not this time, folks, as he hits that ball in the left field right down the line. And that's going to be an easy double. So Suarez standing down at second with a 1-out double. Go ahead and run down at second and only 1 out. Tony Perez, he singled his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 2. The runner stays put. And it's up to Davey Concepcion now with 2 outs to drive him in. He singled his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. The runner gets stranded. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Still zeros across the board. Nothing. You got the top of the order due up here for the Rockies. DJ Holiday and Hilton. DJ 0 for 1, struck out. First time up. That's going to be a base on balls. Johnny walks the go-ahead run. Matt Holiday comes to the plate. And Matt singled his first time up. The only base hit for the Rockies. And that's going to be back-to-back walks. And Johnny's walking himself into a mess here. Todd Hilton comes to the plate, first and second, and nobody out in a nothing game. Looking for that ground ball double play, and he hit into one the last time, a 6-4-3 double play. And that's going to be hit down to first. See if they can turn it, a 33 and a 3. And that'll be fielding column 2. And that is going to be the old 3-6-3 double play. The runner will get down the third, but now there's 2 outs. And DJ down at third. So Todd hits into a second double play. He's responsible for 4 outs, folks. A runner down at third, and Larry Walker's up. Walker popped up to second his first time up as Ken Castro joins us here. And here's the pitch to Walker. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Eric in center field. He tracks it down, makes the catch. Rocky strand a runner at third. It's still nothing as we go to the top of the 5th. And here's Johnny. CUETO's going to lead it off. And he's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Walker for out number 1. And Brandon comes to the plate now for the 3rd time. He's grounded out his other 2 times, 0 for 2. And not this time, folks. He laces this one into right field. He goes the other way. And that's going to be a double. So another 1-out double. The Reds cash in this time with the big boys coming up. You got Griffey, Davis, and George if anybody gets on. Ken's 0 for 1. He did walk and stole a base his last time up. And this time that's going to be against the lefty, an 11 and a 7. And that's going to be a base hit into right field. And that's going to be a 42. 22 with the big boys coming up. He's going to stop at third. He's not going to test Larry's arm, so that's going to be a single in the right field, first and third. Only one out. And like I say, you got the big boys coming up, Eric Davis and George. And Eric's 0 for 2. He is grounded out and struck out. And that's going to be a 52 and a 4. That's going to be a, that'll be filling column 2. And that's going to be a single in the right field. Eric delivers. The runner will stop at second. And that's an RBI single as that gets through the hole on the right-hand side. Davis delivers. And now you got first and second for Mr. George Foster. And George is 0 for 2. He is flown out and struck out, and the Reds are up 1-0. Here's the pitch to George. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 13. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Will Griffey tag up? 6 and 3, column 2. And he's going to stay put. Fly ball out to center. Now there's 2 outs. It's up to Johnny. Johnny benches up now. He's 0 for 2. He is grounded out twice. And that's going to be another ground ball down the first. And Todd will take it himself, touch the bag. But the Reds score 1 and lead this game 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. You got Gonzalez, Atkins, and Story due up here. And Carlos is 0 for 1 today. And he's going to be 0 for 2 as that's a fly ball out to Griffey and right. Round number 1. And Atkins comes to the plate. He struck out his first time against Johnny. He's 0 for 1. And not this time. That's going to be a base hit in the right field. And then with 1 out, tying run at first to go ahead run at the plate. And Trevor Story's up. Trevor's 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. And not this time, folks. That ball is high. That ball is far. That ball is out of here, folks. That's a 2-run shot, and the Rockies take a 2-1 lead just like that. Johnny was cruising through 4, and now it's 2-1 Colorado. And Chris is up, and he is 0 for 1. He struck out his last time against Johnny, and that's going to be a base on balls. And all of a sudden, Johnny here with 1 out and some trouble. He's already down by 1. DeLaROsa will come up and try to get the bunt down here. He's 0 for 1. And that is down there at first, 34. And that's 2 strikes on him. They're going to keep the bunt on now. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that's going to be bunted down the third base. Suarez is up with it. His only play will be over the first with Perez covering. And that'll be out number 2. The runner gets in the scoring position. And DJ's up now, and he's 0 for 1. He has yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out and walked. And that's going to be a ground ball. 33 and a 3. That'll be fielding column 2. And that's going to be a line drive right at Tony. He makes the catch. Now to end the inning, but the 2-run homer makes it 2-1 Colorado as we go to the top of the 6th. You got Suarez due up. Perez and Concepcion. Suarez doubled and has walked in this game. He's doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that's out number 1. That is the 4th strikeout for DeLaRosa. And Tony Perez, he's 1 for 2. He's singled in the game. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. That's 2 quick outs here in the 6th. And Davey Concepcion keep this inning alive. He's 1 for 2. Singled back in the 2nd. And against the lefty, that's going to be a single into left field. And that'll be a runner on and 2 outs. And Johnny's going to go ahead and hit here. He's 0 for 2. And he gets a hold of this one. Where's this one going to go, folks? An 11. And that's a base hit. That's a line drive in the left field. We don't need no stinking DH as Johnny gets a hold of this. And now you got runners at first and second. And the Reds trying to get those runs back they gave up in the bottom part of the 5th. See if Brandon can deliver here. Brandon is 1 for 3. He doubled his last time up. And not this time. That's a ground ball down to DJ. And he'll go the short way over to second. And that'll be out number 3. And the Reds strand 2. We go to the bottom of the 6th. 2-1 Colorado. And you got Holiday, Hilton, and Walker do up to 2, 3, 4 hitters. Matt's 1 for 1. He is singled and walked. And that's going to be a fly ball out to George and left for out number 1. And Todd comes to the plate. He is 0 for 2. He is grounding into 2 double plays. We know he's not going to do that this time. And he sure doesn't. He laces that in the right field. That's a 1-out double. So now you got Todd down at second with a 1 out and Larry Walker up. The Rockies already up 2-1. Larry is 0 for 2. He has popped up and flown out. And that's going to be a 40. Team. That'll be 10, 14, 23, 32, 35, 7, 40. That'll be feeling. And that's going to be a pass ball, folks. A pass ball gets the runner down at third. They're going to have to bring the infield in. And here's the 1-0 pitch to Walker. And that's a ground ball down the third. 46 and a 4. That'll barely be column number 2 with the infield in. He'll look the runner back the third, fire over to first, and that'll be out number 2. Big out there by Johnny. Now there's 2 outs. At runner still down at third. And Carlos is up. Gonzalez 0 for 2, grounded out and flown out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Eric Davis is out there. And that's a, nope, I'm sorry, that's a hit by pitch. Not a fly ball to center field. He hits Carlos. Now there's runners on the corners. And 2 outs. Definitely didn't hit him on purpose. And that brings up Atkins. He's 1 for 2. He singled and came around the scores last time up in the 5th. And that's going to be against the righty, 21. That's going to be a pop-up down the second. Brandon calls for it out in shallow right field. Makes the catch. And the runner gets stranded at third. It's still a 2-1 game as we go to the top of the 7th. You got the 2, 3, 4 hitters due up here for the Reds. And George, Ken, and Eric. Ken is 1 for 2. Singled his last time up. And he's going to get at least a single here. She squares this one up, folks. See where Griffey hits this one at. And that ball is driven into the gap. That's a leadoff double. And that's going to get the bullpen up in a hurry here for the Rockies. And that might just be it for DeLaRosa. They wanted him to try to get through this inning. He's due up third. They're going to bring in Steve Reed just to try to get through this seventh as DeLaROsa gives up the leadoff double. So Reed will come in here. DeLaRosa goes 6+, got the tying run down at second. Can't lose it, but he could end up coming out with a no decision. So Reed's going to come in the game here. Steve Reed. And you got Eric Davis up now with a runner in scoring position. Davis is 1 for 3. He singled and drove in a run his last time. Griffey down there at second with great speed. And that's going to be a 45 and a 3. That'll be column number 3 with a runner on second. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Reed gets a big strikeout there. Runner still down at second. And George is up now. See the team comparisons there. Reds 4 and 6, 58 strikeouts, 28 walks, 18 doubles, and a triple. The Rockies 5 and 6, 84 strikeouts, 30 doubles, 30 walks, 29 doubles, and 4 triples. George is 0 for 3. He has struck out and flown out the left and center. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. And a 24. That's going to be popped up. And the runner's going to hold for out number 2. So it is up to Johnny to come through here as Reed's come on. Got the first 2 batters out. This is Reed's 5th game. He's got a save with a 2.35 ERA. Here's the pitch to Johnny. And Johnny is 0 for 3, and he's going to be 0 for 4. That's a swing and a miss. So the leadoff double goes nowhere. We go to the 7th inning stretch. It's 2-1 Colorado. And Johnny's going to come out and pitch this 7th inning. He is due up 4th in the top of the 8th. You got Story, CINCINNATI, and a pitch hitter for Reed. Trevor 1 for 2 with a 2-run homer. Only 2 runs in this game for the Rockies. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Tony. He takes it himself, calls off Johnny for out number 1. See, Cincinnati's got 2 more games here in Colorado. Then they go home to take on the Astros for 2 games, and then the Mets come to town. Chris Iannetta is 0 for 1. He has struck out and walked. And that's going to be another strikeout. Johnny's got his number today. That'll be out number 2. And now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Mr. Reed. Let's see who's going to come off the bench here against the righty. And it's going to be Eric Young coming off the bench. They don't have any lefties on the bench. So Eric's going to come off the bench here, see what he can do. And he's batting 500 on the year, folks. He is 3 for 6 with 1 RBI, 2 outs and nobody on for Young. And that's going to be against the righty, 19. That's going to be a fly ball out the right field. Griffey makes a nice play to take a hit away from Eric. And that'll be out number 3. Now let's see who's going to come out here and pitch for the Rockies. You got righties due up here.
Corpus.
I think Manuel Corpus is going to come out of the bullpen here. Try to keep this a one-run game. Manny. He'll have the bottom third of the order due up here. Suarez, Perez, and Concepcion. And Manny's fourth appearance, no record, no ERA. And Suarez is 1 for 2. He has doubled in this game, rather. And that's going to be against the righty, 20. That's going to be a fly ball out to center field for out number 1. And now you got Davey Concepcion. You got Tony Perez up. Tony's 1 for 3. He's singled back in the second. And that's going to be against the righty, a 19. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Larry Walker makes the catch for out number 2. And that'll bring up Davey Concepcion now. And Davey's 2 for 3. 2 singles in this ball game. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. And that'll end the top of the 8th. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 2-1. Do we make a double switch here? That is the question. Have Barry Larkin come in. That's what's going to happen. Barry Larkin's going to come in. That's going to be it for Johnny. Larkin will come in and play short. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. Try to keep this a one-run game. Eastwick is going to come in. So we'll do a double switch here. Larkin will come in, bat in the 9 spot, and Eastwick will bat in the 8 spot. And where's Barry? So Eastwick comes in, his 4th appearance. He's 0-1 with a 3.68 ERA. He'll be facing the top of the order, DJ, Holiday, and Hilton. Here's the pitch to DJ, 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Perez. He calls off. Eastwick takes it himself for out number 1. And Matt Holiday comes to the plate. And he's 1 for 2 today, batting .333 on the year. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Suarez over to Perez for out number 2. 2 down now, and Todd's up. He's 1 for 3. He doubled his last time up. And that's going to be against the righty, a 17 and a 10. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Eric makes a nice running catch, takes a hit away from Todd. We go to the top of the 9th. It's a 2-1 ball game, folks. Let's see, are they going to let Manny continue out here? You got up now. You got Larkin and then righty and Montevera come in and pitch to Griffey maybe. That will warm up the lefty just to pitch to Griffey. So Barry Larkin comes in on the double switch, batting .286 with 2 homers and 4 RBIs. Reds down 2-1. And Barry gets a hold of this one, folks. Kiss it goodbye. Barry Larkin hits a homer and ties this ball game up. It is 2-2. Barry Larkin with his 3rd homer and 5th RBI of the year. Just like that, it is a tie ball game. Now you got Brandon up. He's 1 for 4. He's doubled in this game and came around to score. And that's going to be against the righty. It's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Gonzalez has got room this time, makes the catch for out number 1. And that is going to be it for Manny, as they're going to bring the lefty in. He gives up the leadoff homer. And this ball game is tied. Now you got George up. Ken up, rather. So let's see here. Where's the lefty? He's not a lefty. Oh, he's not a lefty. I screwed the pooch up there. We might not be taking Manny out. Might not be taking Manny out. The lefty would be White. Well, no, we'll bring in Brian. Come in. Brian will come in and pitch to the lefty here. That's what we'll do. Then you got the righties coming up after that. So Griffey is having a hell of a game. He's 2 for 3 today. And Brian comes in. This is his 4th appearance. No record with a 1.69 ERA. 1 out. Griffey at the plate. Here's the pitch to Ken. And that's going to be a pop up down the short. Trevor makes the catch for out number 1. Out number 2, rather. Now you got Eric Davis up. And do you take him out? They're going to let Brian pitch to him. Eric's 1 for 4 today, folks, with an RBI single. And that's going to be against the lefty, a 10 and a 9. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short. Trevor, nice play, fires over the first. Now to win the top of the 9th, but the solo homer by Barry Larkin makes this a 2-2 ball game. We go to the bottom of the 9th, tied up. We got Walker, Thomas, and Atkins due up here, the 4, 5, 6 hitters. And Larry's 0 for 3 today. Here's the pitch from Eastwick. That's a ground ball down to Barry. He's doing it all, folks. At the bat now, out in the field. That's out number 1. Carlos Gonzalez is up. He's 0 for 2. He got hit by pitches last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Eric Davis runs it down, makes the catch for out number 2. Big catch out there by Davis. Rob Gonzalez maybe of a double. And Garrett Atkins is up. He's 1 for 3 today. He came around the score in the 5th. And that's going to be against the righty, a 20. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. George makes the catch. 1, 2, 3, go Colorado. We're going into extras. Extra. Read all about it. We're going to the 10th inning here, folks, in a 2-2 ball game. You got the righties coming up now. Let's see here. Are they going to do a double switch? And I think they are. They're going to bring Vinny in. Vinny's going to come in and bat in the 9 spot. And Overton's going to come in and bat in the Atkins spot. Okay, here. Adam will come in and bat in the 6th spot. And Vinny will come in and bat in the 9 spot. This is Adam's 6th appearance. He's 0-1 with 11.12 ERA. He'll have the big boys due up here, the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Foster, Bench, and Suarez. George is 0 for 4 today, though. Here's the pitch to George. That's going to be a fly ball out the center field. Carlos makes the catch for out number 1. And here's Johnny. Johnny Bench is 0 for 4 today. Can he get off the snide here and get something started? Nope, that's going to be a fly ball out the holiday. 2 fly balls, 2 outs here in the top of the 10th. It's up to Suarez to do something here with 2 outs and nobody on. He's 1 for 3 with a double. And that ball is high. That ball is far. Kiss it goodbye. Suarez just puts the Reds ahead here in the top of the 9th with a solo homer. 2 outs in the top of the 9th, and it's a 3-2 ball game. And Adams has his hands on the top of his head and his head between his knees. He can't believe it. Now you got Perez up. Can Tony add to this lead? He's 1 for 4. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Adam comes back, settles down, strikes Perez out. But the solo homer makes it a 3-2 ball game. And let's see who's coming out of the bullpen. Got Chapman and Dibble. What do we got coming up here? You got righties coming up. So it's going to be Hey Dibble Dibble, the cat and the fiddle. And Chapman will be warming up just in case. And let's see here. We got a better fielding first baseman. We got Casey that can come in. He's only a 3 also. Rose could come in and play first. That's what's going to happen here. So you're going to have Rose come in. Perez is going to come out. Pete's going to come over and play first. Batting the 9 spot in the 8 spot. And Dibble will come in and bat in Tony's spot. Just in case. Just in case. And Chapman's warming up in the bullpen. So Rose will come in. Another double switch here. So, Hey Dibble Dibble, where are you? We'll come in and bat in the 7th spot. And Pete will come in and bat in the 8th spot and play first. So another double switch here by the Reds. And this is Dibble's 4th appearance. He's got 1 save with a 7.71 ERA. You got Story, Iannetta, and Castillo due up here. And let's see here. Let's see if they're going to pitch it here. They're going to let Trevor hit. He is 1 for 3 with a 2-run homer. Here's the pitch to Trevor. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dibble strikes him out for out number 1. And let's see here if Chris is going to hit. And he is. Chris is going to hit for himself. He's 0 for 2. He's yet to put the ball in play. He has struck out twice and walked. Can Dibble give him the old hat trick and get a second strikeout here? No, he can't, as Chris gets a hold of this one off of Dibble. Where's this one going to land, folks? That's going to be a 1-out double, and that's going to put the winning tying run down at second. And now we got Vinny Castillo due up, my cousin Vinny, with the tying run at second. Go ahead, run at the plate. This is Vinny's first at bat after coming in for the double switch. He's batting .227 with a homer and 2 RBIs. Here's the pitch from Dibble. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Dibble strikes him out. Can he strike the side out in between the double? DJ's up. It's all up to him. 2 outs, a runner down at second. DJ is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be against the righty, 22. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Brandon. He fields it cleanly over to Rose, and that's your ball game, folks. Reds win an extra innings, 3-2. Dibble gets the save, made it a little interesting, giving up that double. Take a look here at the box score. And the Reds, 3 runs on 11 hits. Had an opportunity to bust the game open. Remember, they had the bases loaded. Left them all stranded. But they come away with the win because the Rockies just 2 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Griffey with 2 hits. Suarez with the big 2 hits, the homers by Larkin and Suarez. The Reds 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position, left 10 men on base. Old Trevor with the homer, the 2-run homer for the Rockies that gave him the lead. And look at that, the Rockies 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, left 5 men on base. Johnny Cueto gets a no decision, 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, walked 3, struck out 4, gave up a homer. Eastwick comes in, gets the win. He's 1-1, 2 innings of work. Dibble picks up his second save, 1 inning, 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. DeLaROsa gets a no decision. 6 innings. He scattered 9 hits, only gave up 1 run, walked 2, struck out 4. Reed comes in, pitches 1 inning, gets 2 strikeouts. Manny Carpus blows the save, gets an inning and a third, gives up a hit, a run, a strikeout, and gives up the homer. Fuentes comes in 2/3 of an inning. Octavio 0-2. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 strikeout, and it was a homer. Now let's check out the standings and the leaderboard in the National League. The Braves are a game up on New York. The Nationals 2 games back. The Phillies 2.5, and the Marlins 3.5. And in the Central, the Brewers are a half a game up on the Pirates. St. Louis is a game back. The Cubbies a game and a half. And with the win, the Reds are 2.5 games back. And Houston's 4. And out west, the Giants are a game and a half up on LA. The Diamondbacks and Padres are 3 games back. And Colorado is now 3.5 games back. Paul Molitor's leading the league with a .457 average. Bonds and Sosa with 7 homers, and Jeff Bagwell with 14 RBIs. And the ERA leaders right now at 0. And you got at least 10 pitchers with 2 wins. And you got Kimbrough, Suter, and Tecalvi with 3 saves. Sammy Sosa's leading the National League in MVP voting. And Juan Marichal's leading in the Cy Young. And we'll have game number 3 of this 4-game series up next. See what the pitching matchup will look like in it. And it's going to be Mr. Nolan going against Chasen. See what happens there. The series tied up at 1 game apiece. I want to thank Greg and Ken Castro for stopping by. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. Doesn't cost you anything. Hit that bell for reminders. Hit that like button. Help the channel out. Until next time, y'all have a great day and take care.